everybody, and welcome back to another session of Value Chain Minutes. My name is Andy Brisley with Apps Associates, and with me today, I have Shamin Hassan. And we've been speaking about replenishment planning component of demand management solution. In previous sessions, we gave a high-level overview and talked about some different terms like item segmentation and near-term and long-term forecasts. But what I'd like to do in this session, because it's really critical to the overall flow of replenishment planning, and that's dive in deeper into item segmentation. So, Shamim, if you could give a brief recap of segmentation from our last session, that would be a nice way to start.
Thanks for having me back, Andy. In the last session, we covered at a high level what segmentation means in the context of replenishment planning. In retail or distribution, AX, AY, BX, BY segmentation helps businesses optimize inventory, improve customer satisfaction, and reduce costs by tailoring forecasting and stocking strategies to different types of products. And I can give you examples of how it applies. So AX, for example, represents high value and stable demand in retail or distribution. And your examples could be like your household essentials, your popular snacks, etc. And since these are high value and stable, they are easier to forecast, and you can use automated forecasting models with a high degree of confidence. Next, your AY are your high value items, but have a little bit of volatility. It's difficult to forecast. And these could be your seasonal items or your one-off promotional products, etc. And you can use, in order to address that difficulty of forecasting, you can use advanced forecasting methods. Maybe you could add some causals, do some scenario planning, manual overrides. They are high risk, but high reward, so they need more attention. And now going to the BX segment, which are like low value, but high accuracy, or you have stable demand there. These are like niche products with a steady demand, like your consumer goods, your cleaning supplies, basic necessities, accessories. For these, you can use simple forecasting models or automated systems. You can maintain minimal stock to avoid overstocking. These are low priority but easy to manage. You have lastly BY, which are low value and volatile or low accuracy. And this could be items which are outdated, items which have like very erratic sales. For these, you might want to consider discontinuing or minimizing inventory, use manual review or reactive replenishment, and they are not worth any heavy forecasting investment.
Well, thanks for that explanation and those examples. I think that gives people a good baseline to go off of. Are there other ways that replenishment planning uses these segmentation levels as well?
The solution automatically assigns the segmentation level to each item and outlet level. So users don't need to go into each item to assign it. For example, if a company has 10 items at 10 different locations, that's 100 combinations. In other solutions, you may need to go in and calculate and then assign the segment at each one of these levels. But replenishment planning does it for you. Companies also define the replenishment rules at segment levels. And by assigning these replenishment rules at the segment levels, they are inherited down to the item location level. Using the example above of 100 combinations, each one of these will have the replenishment rules applied based on the segment to which that item or outlet belongs. As markets, locations, and item life cycles change, the solution will show the current suggested segmentation, and the planners will be able to see those suggestions and make the changes as required.
Well, thanks, Shamim, for that deeper dive into the segmentation and some of the ways that replenishment planning uses this data. So if I were to recap, what I heard you say is segmentation is critical, but also that the solution will provide guidance on what those segments are for, and that the planners and the team will be able to override.
That's right, Andy, it is.
So in future sessions, we'll be looking at the replenishment and balancing options, as well as some of the personas and best practices for deploying the solution. Thanks again, Shamin, and see everyone on the next Value Chain Minutes.